What's up, guys? This is Jared Spalding here, and today I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a different video again. And that is, I decided that you guys. I mean, I can't imagine if all the silver stacking channels I watch just always gave advice every day and that's it. That would probably bore me to death. So even hearing myself talk all those times is boring to me. So I can't imagine how bad it must be for you guys. So I decided, along with silver advice videos, I would try to change it up and also provide some videos about my thoughts on different things, things that are relevant to silver stacking, or at least just in general, things that I find relevant or important. And today I'm going to be discussing, my thoughts on the new $20 bill design. Now, I personally, I understand the point of it, but at the same time, I think that there's a few things that are a little bit, I don't know, not fishy necessarily, but just things that bother me about it. First of all, I really feel like that the whole point of putting Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill is not necessarily to, actually promote equality, but just to make it seem as though, we do in this country. I feel like that, the United States, as, a big first world country and part of the United Nations, is trying to make itself look more, like it has equality because of its very dark past, And I feel like they're almost saying, let's kill two birds with one stone, right? You're going to be throwing a black person and a woman at the same time on, an important piece of currency to the country. So, it feels like that's exactly what they're trying to do. It's just, get as many things done as possible, in the most effective and yet also easiest way. I mean, it's not even just about, I feel like, actual, like I said, equality. I feel like it's just, almost like, just like anything else. It's like, all right, well, we got to make ourselves look like we care more about equality, so let's do this. This is a good course of action, right? And the other thing about it is that you have to remember, before, people try to say that, well, it's really racist that we only have, white men on our dollar bills. The thing you have to remember is that, with the exception of the $100 bill and now the $20 bill as well, everybody on our currency, or at least on our different, notes, for a very long time has been a president. I mean, that's the way it's been that's the way it's been working. And up until 2008, our, country had never had a president who wasn't, a white male. So that was really one of those, things to consider. And, then you could probably say, well, does that just mean that the country's racist for only having, all these white presidents for so long? Well, you have to remember that the people are the one that choose the president, right? So, it's like, basically, so you're going to tell me that everybody in the country's racist, for one. And for two, I don't think that skin color should play a role in it at all. I think that it should just be whoever is the best candidate, Whoever ideas are going to be the most beneficial to the country. And I don't care if, they're Japanese, African American, Jamaican, whatever. I don't care who they are. I think that as long as their ideas are going to help the country more than any other candidates, then that's who should, we should be voting for. And it shouldn't be about, always pulling the race card, because that's what it really does feel like, is that at every, chance that these certain people get, they are going to make it seem like that, they're being oppressed in some way, And I understand. I know now probably people are going to be commenting, calling me racist, and I do understand the point of equality. I agree with equality, but at the same time, it's like when they take a movie that's already been done with an all-white cast, and then they do an all-black cast in it instead. It's like you're not necessarily creating new things for different people, Instead, you're just basically saying, this is going to be easier, this is going to be cheaper, since we already have the script down, and it makes us look like we care about equality, so let's just do it, It's like, why don't you create a new piece of currency, a new denomination of currency to put Harriet Tubman on, right? Of course, that'd be a lot more expensive to do, to redesign an entire bill and, get everything passed through for it. So they're not going to do it because that'd be more difficult. And of course, Andrew Jackson is not deserving at all of being on the $20 bill. I'd say he's one of the 10 worst presidents we've ever had, just in terms of the type of person he was. But that's a whole topic for another video. I mean, that's not even something that I could go over right now, just because of the time it would take. And you guys probably don't want to hear too much about it. But, my point being, I'm not saying that, you know, he necessarily deserved to be on the bill, but the thing is that, you know, why do we have to change things like this to, you know, try to meet certain needs? You know, like I said, why not create a new denomination of currency or something like that? You know, it's just, it doesn't really feel like true equality. It feels like basically people are trying to present it, you know, or, you know, like the Treasury is trying to act like that they're all for equality, when really it's more about, you know, making themselves look nice. You know, it's like, who's the most effective person we can put on there? Let's see. Well, all right, Harriet Tubman. She was a woman. She was African American, and she helped out the slaves. And slavery, you know, most people consider slavery a terrible thing. Oh, there we go. You know, and it doesn't really feel like that you guys care too much. It feels like it's just another, you know, statistic. It's just another thought. It's not really something that they truly feel, you know, compassion for, or actually, you know, feel anything for, other than, you know, making themselves look good. But that's my thoughts on the whole matter. You know, please let me know yours. Remember, everything I said really is not fact, it's opinion. So, you know, before you go getting mad at me, it is my opinions, and I would love to hear yours. You know, I'm always open to hearing other people's. But anyway, that is it for this video. Peace, love, and much respect.